It's Matty Garwood for Ozmade. We're going right around the country with the biggest Aussie hits at night, and one of our biggest artists, particularly when it comes to representing this country. In 2017, you might have seen him for Australia there in Eurovision, but first off, at only 17 years of age, taken out the 8th season of The X Factor. Isaiah Firebrace, he has got brand new stuff with Know Me Better. He's catching up with us right now. Isaiah, thanks so much for coming on Ozmade, mate.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, mate, being so young and having such an incredible resume already, how are you finding having some brand new stuff out with Know Me Better?
I'm definitely so excited that I have this new song out, especially because I feel like the song is definitely like the direction I kind of want to go into. So it feels like, as an artist, really, really good.
So when you're saying, Isaiah, that this is the kind of sound that you are wanting to go and to move through, what do you think the journey's been to get from being a 17-year-old musician, getting through to now and having this one out?
I didn't really know myself as an artist.
Absolutely.
I didn't really know my voice. I didn't know what my voice was capable of. So it's been a real journey of me like finding who I feel like resonates with my sound and my style and the type of music I want to make. It's taken a while.
And Isaiah, what is it all about? What did you find some inspiration for Know Me Better?
I co-wrote this song with DNA at Sony. We co-wrote over a Zoom call. Surprise, surprise. The producer will say, oh no, maybe this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's better. And, it's just back and forth. So that was the process with writing this song. It is about a relationship and it is about trust and people with insecurities in relationships. But for me, a more personal meaning sounds a bit cliche and cheesy, but after this isolation, I feel really more connected to myself more than I ever have. And I felt like I've had great time to be by myself and to reflect and to kind of reset myself and just see myself kind of like as a normal kind of young boy and have a new perspective. So important mentally as well.
You've almost in a way missed out on a little bit, being thrust into the limelight with such success at only 17 years old, being surrounded by like industry professionals and having that all going on for you for the last couple of years. Like that journey is so different.
Yeah, like there's a lot of pressure and there's always someone watching. It took me a while to get really used to that, and because I was riding the wave, everything was exciting and everything was fun, and I'm like, doing this and that, and I'm traveling here and performing there, but there was never a moment for me to just stop. It has been a different way of growing up, and I kind of look back and I think, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I've grown up in this lifestyle. It's crazy.
Do you ever look back at some of the stuff that's happened and go, oh my goodness, what did I do that song for, or what did I make that decision for, particularly when it's so high profile?
Oh, yeah. As an artist, I don't like to do that because I'm so picky and it would do my head in if I did that.
Some of the other good things that you're doing, you are really giving back, not only taking the opportunities that you've had for yourself and your own growth, but giving it back in particular to some of your own local communities as well.
Yeah, last year I wrote the song called Spirit.
Yeah.
And it was basically about finding yourself and following your true passion. So last year I went on a tour and Spirit was like the theme song for it. And a huge focus of the tour that I really wanted to do was go into Indigenous communities and remote communities and high schools and primary schools and just spread a message of hope and inspiration based off my story and my journey as a young Indigenous person from a dysfunctional background and all the rest of it, and how I felt like I couldn't or didn't deserve to achieve my dreams.
That's awesome, mate. It's really great that you're able to do that, particularly through the school-age kids as well. But not only have you been telling stories throughout your songwriting and walking catwalks and stuff, but you're writing a book as well.
Yes, at the moment, we've got a book in the works, The Purple Platypus.
Yeah.
It is a kid's book, and I have such a passion for youth and for kids and education. In high school, I remember I used to study to be a teacher's assistant, actually, for about 2 years. So, I did so much work in primary schools and special schools as well. So, writing a kid's book was, something I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, for sure, I'd do that. It's kind of like the Ugly Duckling story, how you grow up to realize your differences make you special and you find your true identity and you're proud of that. It's a good message as well.
So. I look forward to seeing that as well, mate, because it took me a long time to grow into my years as a child. So, I can probably relate to some of it.
Yeah, it's a great message, and I'm going to get my dad. He's an artist as well.
So cool.
He's going to be illustrating some of the stuff in there too. Thought I'd give Dad a little opportunity.
Excellent. Good
the old
on
man.
You, mate. Yeah, that's going to be something special that you'll take forward, not only with all the incredible music stuff that you're doing, but, a nice little personal touch there with your family. That's sick.
Yeah. family means a lot to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool, mate. It's great to hear that you've been able to do a bit of self-reflection, get some new music out with Know Me Better, as well as still be creative throughout this isolation period. Isaiah Firebrace, thanks for joining us on Osmade.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Hey, everyone, it's Isaiah Firebrace, and you're listening to my brand new single called Know Me Better on Osmade.